What's good, people? Welcome to this episode of the By the Hood webcast or podcast. I don't know how you're consuming this content, but if you're watching video or you listen to the audio, we appreciate it. This is our next episode. This is an amazing episode we have coming up for you. Before I get started, though, I want to say what's up to my partner, Corey. Corey, what's good?
What's going on, Jim?
Man, I ain't got no complaints. I'm chilling, man. Listen, this is a special episode for a lot of reasons. This brother's story is very inspiring. And a lot of people out there, man, make sure you share this content because you never know whose life this could change. So like I said, we're on video as well as podcasts. Wherever you're listening or watching, make sure you please share these stories. Please give us feedback. Let us know how you feel. And let us know if there's anybody that you think that we should talk to. But this brother right here, man, he's going to tell a story in a minute. But we got Malik Brown of E1SP Trucking on. This guy is an entrepreneur. He owns his own trucking company. But even beyond that, it's not just that he owns trucks. He actually purchased the land where the trucks rest on. So a lot of people I know who own trucks, and that's one of the businesses I'm personally actually trying to look into getting into. But I talk to people all the time, and they talk about having to pay to park their trucks or whatever. So he actually went and acquired the land and sit the trucks. But he has a flourishing trucking business, and he's employing people in the community. And one of the ways that, well, actually the first time me and Corey met this brother, we were actually all doing a community service at a youth detention center and speaking, life into the children there. And he was there volunteering his time. So want to salute him for that. But also I just want to welcome Malik. Malik Brown, what's going on, Malik? How you?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Listen, man, you have a very inspiring story, man. But we're going to start from the beginning. Where were you born and raised, and give us a little bit about that.
Well, I'm from Germantown, man. Haines Street, Fort Deuce.
Okay.
Knucklehead coming up to the streets, man, trying to get a dollar, doing whatever we had to do, whatever, not banning laws and stuff like that, man, just running around.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So you have the story like a lot of people, right. in the streets or what have you. But now you actually own a flourishing business, man, and you made a lot of people proud about how you turn things around. Can you tell people what happened to lead you to the point where you got into the business?
Well, I want to start from the beginning.
Okay.
Whereas though the way I came up was in the streets like everybody else. But I went to school. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I went to school and I read a little bit, did my math, my homework and all that. But me, trying to be something that I wasn't, running and chasing around, the older G's and all that, introduced myself to the cops. You know what I'm saying? My profile to the cops, getting locked up and all that. So when, I got locked up for little stuff, little drugs and little guns and stuff like that. But when they came and locked me up for a big case for a homicide, I thought they was joking. I thought they was going to be like, all right, just turn around, but they was dead serious. Mm-hmm. Because I was introduced, my profile, and I was introduced in that neighborhood to carrying guns and doing this and that. So it wasn't nothing for them to say, you know what? We ain't got nobody for this case, man. Let's try this dude right here. He fit the profile. He carried guns. He in his neighborhood. He easily could have done it. So when they locked me up for a crime that I didn't do. They locked me up for a homicide in 99 that I didn't do. Now, everybody in Germantown was like, that knew me was like, what the hell? Like, what happened? And they come to find out, we found out who really did it, but I'm already locked up for the crime. I'm already fighting for my life for the crime. So I wound up beating it in 2003, and they appealed it. The state appealed it, and they won the appeal. So they locked me back up again.
Wow.
Twice.
Wow.
They locked me back up again twice for a body that I didn't do. So now I'm fighting a body again. And now forget about it. When you go to court, man, trying to fight with these lawyers and all that with the homicide, you talking about, 35, 40,000, 50,000. Unless you don't have that money, then you go in there with a court appointed. Mm-hmm. And then, that's like,
Yeah.
So we talking about, people, family and all that stuff, trying to, get up and trying to help you out or whatever you got to do. So the second time me being locked up, I don't have it in me no more. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy anymore. So I just took a plea for a crime that I did not even commit because I seen it. I kind of seen it like, this might not go good. Mm-hmm. So I took a plea on a crime that I didn't commit. Now, everybody knows in Germantown, they knew me, whatever. Like this dude I took a plea for a 10 to 20. I had about 5 years in. When I went up top, I went upstate. That's when I met, all kinds of dudes, man, doing all kinds of time for the same crime that I was to complete for. Dudes got life and 50 years in and 40 years. And that right there, man, like kind of, really changed my mindset. Like, man, I would never, ever put myself in that predicament again. When I go out there, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. But when I came home from jail, I came home in 2012. I was cooking, even though I hated it. I hated cooking. But, it was cutting the check. So after that failed, I moved to Atlanta for about 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm out there just partying. I mean, I'm just existing. And I used to see my man Aaron Washington come down to Atlanta about every other month. He was truck driving. And every time I seen him, man, he had this big, like every time I see, he got this big smile on his face. I wanted to ask him, I said, why you always smiling, man? What's so funny? And he told me, he said, listen, man, I'm driving trucks, man, and I love it. He said, I'm making money, I love it, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to, he's like, you should look into it. I'm like, I ain't driving no truck. That's a white man. I'm thinking, white man with a beard, a fat white,
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, I ain't doing it. White man, this, that. Man, listen. He said, listen, bro, if you serious about it, you go home, go to Philly, go back to Philly, because I was just out of Atlanta just existing. He said, go to Philly, go to the school. He said, I'm going to tell you who to ask for. I went up there and asked for such and such. The school was $5,000. They said, listen, give us $1,000 and we're running your credit and we'll charge you $180 a month. But come on then. I gave him $1,000. I scraped that $1,000 up, couple hundred for my mom, and selling pies and cakes and all that. And I got the $1,000. Went to truck school and they charged me $179 a month. I graduated in 3 months, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, this was a crazy thing. It was me, Carrie, which is your partner, me, Carrie, and Khalid. We was going to a funeral, Puggy funeral. Puggy, he died. We was going to his funeral.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah, yeah.
And I was talking about, I was so excited that my test was coming up for the CDL. I'm like, yo, man, I'm CDL. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. We in the cars, all three of us. We coming to the funeral. So about a couple weeks later, Khalid said, yo, Carrie looking for you. I said, what do you want? He said, something about the CDL, something about the job. At the time, I didn't have my CDL. I think I had about another week. So I said, all right, well, I'm not going to holler at him until I got my CDL. At the same time, the guy that introduced me to trucking was like, listen, man, you can come when you get the CDL, come with us. Come with the company. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You can drive with me. I can train you. Da, da, da. So I'm like, all right, that's the move.
Mm-hmm.
Until I forgot I had a record. I forgot that I got a fresh homicide on my record.
Yeah.
I got the fresh CDL, thinking of the CDL, but they run your criminal record too. They want to know who you is. So they run you. Oh, this guy's homicide on now.
And mind you, not to cut you off, to mind you, this is something that you didn't even do, right? And the reason I bring that up is because we know there's brothers out here who were caught up in the system for things that they didn't do.
Right.
And the same thing happens to. But yeah, go ahead, finish your story.
Right. So I'm like, all right. So another week later, I got my CDL. I'm talking about it's fresh. Like the ink running off the joint. I gotta fan it off. That's how fresh it is. My first thing was, I'm gonna go find Khalid, which is Carrie's cousin.
Mm-hmm.
So I see Khalid like, yo, what's up with Carrie? What Carrie was talking about? So he's like, I'm gonna call him now. So Carrie was like, I'm gonna call you a little later. I'm at work next. So he called me. He's like, listen, man, I heard you got the CDL. I'm like, yeah. He said, listen, I got a truck. So I said, oh, you drive? He was like, nah, I don't drive. Like, what you mean? He's like, I had a business opportunity and I took it. He said, I also have a trailer, a car carrier. So I'm like, huh? I said, you don't know how to drive. He's like, no. I said, so what you doing with it? He said, nothing. He said, I brought that. Like, man, like, he said, I brought that for dudes that's coming home, hopefully that they can try to get in position with something.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. And listen, man, Carrie's a solid dude, man. And for the funny thing is, right, so Carrie is my partner in real estate. He's your partner in trucking. And that's the connection there. But it's funny because the name of your trucking company is so real. like it'll probably take me a year or so to try to get Kerry on the show because he's so low key and laid back.
Right.
But
Exactly.
the name of y'all company is called E1SP, and that's everyone's silent partner, right?
Exactly.
That's exactly what he is. That's exactly what he is. But yeah. So
and
okay.
I couldn't believe it, and me knowing his character. You know, if it was any other type dude, I'd be like, well, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about his character is I can't even really put it in words.
Yeah,
bro.
he's solid brother. He's a solid brother.
I can't really put it in words. So I'm like, man, if he say something, then that's real.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, let me see the truck. He showed me the truck. I'm looking like, oh, this can't be real. Like I'm talking about no company. I never worked for no company. I got a fresh CDL. It's things that I don't even know how to do. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm fresh out of school.
Mm-hmm.
So let's fast forward. He said, well, and it wasn't no paperwork. No, we did. We shook hands. Listen, and we shook hands, and I'm talking about 4.5 years ago. And it was, his personality and my personality. He was the like the paper dude, and then I hit these streets running. That one truck. It was just a regular truck, no bed, just 2 seats in it with the car carrier, man. Listen, man, I hit the road so hard, man. I'm talking about days that I didn't even go home. I used to sleep sideways in the truck. If I see people, what company you work for? This, that. Because we was working off the internet, making next to nothing. The note was $1,800. When we first started, man, we wasn't even really covering that. He used to come out of his pocket, bro.
Yeah.
He used to come out of his pocket and pay me, bro. Because he knew I was on the road, and I'm like, he used to come out of his pocket and pay me, bro.
That's amazing.
That one truck, I seen this dude riding down the street one time, and I'm like, y'all, I think I know. I'm like, yo, what you work for? He like such and such. So I'm like, all right, well, let me get the number. I went up there. Dude was like, man, listen, we do this next and that. I'm lying, like, oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I said, just put me with somebody for a day. He put me with somebody for 1 day. I took the car carrier off because they had their own trailers. I took that car carrier off and parked it. That one truck, I turned that one truck into 5.
Nice.
That one truck we had, I turned it into 5 trucks. Every year, because we had a contract doing flowers, and that's when we really got busy. I would make 20 grand a week, 20 something grand a week, and that from March to June, I would buy a truck every year. Some years I would buy 2 trucks.
Yeah.
And I just kept going and going and going. And now, as I start growing, the ideal employee that I wanted, I didn't want nobody that didn't look like me. I didn't want anybody that didn't understand my struggle. I didn't want anybody that had this pristine license or pristine record. I wanted somebody to say, man, you know what, man? I just need a chance. I hired a dude that ain't have no experience. But he had something. His eyes, he told me, man, listen, man, I'm hungry. Just give me a chance, man. I said, all right, I'm going to put you with a driver. I put him with a driver for a month. He went and took his test. He went and took his permit test, so he could just at least drive. Yeah. He learned how to drive. He got his license. Now he's my head driver. He make $2,000 a week. Nice. And see, and that's the thing. So he looked out for you, and now you're paying it forward. But this is so many gems within that story you just told, because
it's a lot of stuff in there.
Because within people getting in position, you should always reach back and pull somebody else up. Because listen, man, our people, man, nobody's coming to save us. We have to save each other. So what you guys are building over there is honorable, man, and you're putting people in position to feed their family, man. It's nothing more revolutionary than that. People can get up all day long and they can march and they can, get online and do all this stuff. But when you actually physically help someone feed their family, it's nothing more important than that.
Yeah. When you give somebody an opportunity to say, listen, man, this is the opportunity. And the way I pay people, I don't pay people per hour. I pay you per load, per car. So your pay is in your hands. I won't put a cap on you and say, you can only move certain. No, you can make as much money as you want to make. You're your own boss in every sense. I'm not calling you. You got your own truck. You got, when it go down, I got the maintenance. But I'm not, you feel as though I'm empowering dudes to say, you know what, I can do this on my own. Because I tell a dude, listen, I'm not looking for employees. I'm looking for dudes that's hungry, that want to get their own stuff.
Yeah, so you basically treat him like a partner. You're partnering with him. You're not
basically,
I treat him like a partner. I treat him like a partner.
Man,
I treat him like a partner.
That's
Come
so
on
far,
in,
man.
make your own money. Make your own money. You pay your own taxes. Make your own money, and your money, you can make how much you want to make. You can come to work when you want to come to work.
Yeah, that's man. Listen. Your story is so inspiring because, for one, you know, you talk about how just putting yourself on their radar led to, you know, will put you away for something that you didn't even do, right? So now you're stuck in this system and you're going through all this, but you got an opportunity and you went running. So my thing is, when you think about that, you don't know how many lives you may change just by doing this interview or when you actually go out there and speak. So salute to you too, because like we've seen you in the streets doing the work, talking to the people, because imagine if you would have had the knowledge you have now in trucking before all of that. Imagine where you would be at now if you had the gems and knowledge you have now.
Well, you know what? I have the knowledge, but the knowledge ain't nothing without that hunger.
That hustle.
I was hungry.
That hustle.
Yeah.
I was hungry. You understand what I'm saying? I was hungry. I said, man, listen, I seen it. I'm talking about dudes. The dude that trained me when I first started that contract, the dude that trained me, a couple years later, he seen I had 4 trucks. He looked at me and said, I just trained you on. I just trained you. How'd you get 4 trucks? I just trained you. He said, man, whoa. Because I'm going to tell you something, man. This year was the first year that I actually went and brought a new car, brought a motorcycle. You know what I'm saying? This is the first year I've done that.
Yeah.
The other years, I just kept taking my money, buying trucks. This land was owned by the people that I run for.
So tell that story. How did you get to the point where you decided, you know what, I need to buy the land? Like what made you think about that?
Well, in trucking, I think it's 4 components that you want to master, that you want to have in your pocket. Trucking, you need to control what you're carrying, right? You need a buttload of whatever you're carrying. It can't run out. In my case, I carry cars, but I don't work for a car dealer. I work for a recycling company. Metal was on the Dow Jones. Metal ain't never going nowhere. They buy metal. They're not buying cars. They buying metal in the form of cars.
Okay.
So that's never going anywhere. Recycling ain't never going nowhere. So I got that covered. I don't have to worry about next week. Oh man, it's this you know, the industry is declining. My job is no. Metal is not going anywhere. Even when it goes down in the Dow Jones, the price of metal goes down, I still don't feel it because they buy so much of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I got that part covered. The second one is maintenance. You don't need to have your own mechanic because your trucks are going to break down.
Yeah.
Now, if you have a mechanic on deck or if you have your own mechanic, that's 2 components that you got wrapped up. The third one is you need to house your truck somewhere. You need to put your truck in a place where as though you don't have to worry about no tickets, vandalism, and all that stuff, man. You don't have to worry about that. Now, while you're doing that, while I was looking for a place to house my own trucks, why not make some money on top of it?
Right.
Yeah,
This land is 6 acres.
Oh wow.
I charge people $200 a spot to park their truck here.
So they pay $200. Well, is it a week or a month?
A month.
Okay, man.
A month.
So you,
their truck here.
So that's a whole nother stream of income. That's like you basically like a landlord.
A whole nother stream of income.
Yeah, you got it going down.
Right, because now what that does, me giving a truck lot introduces me to what are you carrying? How you doing, bro? What's your name? My name is Sam.
Right. Nice.
Oh yeah, I work on we carry chickens. Are they hiring? Yeah, they do hire this and that. Okay, man, you understand? So it opens up. That's what this does.
Nice.
It opens it up. It opens me up to everything. So
I didn't even think about that. That's dope.
Right,
that's
the connections now are crazy now. Because we got 75 people. I got 75 trucks in here.
Nice.
75.
Oh man, that was a power move. That's dope, man. That's a power move.
Carry trash. Right. Some people carry. Listen, I'm talking about. Listen, bro. I literally have conversations about me to people that don't think because I still drive. I still drive. I just brought 7 tow trucks, maybe a month ago. 7 of them, because the company that I run for are outsourcing. They're getting rid of that because it's costing too much money. So why not sell them and then have somebody else do exactly what we're doing, but we don't have no overhead.
Okay.
And they sold. I'm gonna tell you this, man. They sold me their trucks for $700 a piece.
Sheesh.
Damn. Tow trucks.
And see, and that happens from you being in the game and networking and not being afraid to talk to people, right?
I know the COO personally.
Okay.
I can get on the phone right now. And when I got the phone, you would think that was the COO of the company. Yeah. Because we talk like, rah, 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 rah. So he's invested in me because he knows how many cars that I move. So why not sell them to me? Because he want to get them off his hands. At the same time, he's helping me. You cannot buy a tow truck for $700.
No way.
Nowhere in the world.
I'm talking about with the aluminum on it. And some of them run. Some of them got engine problems and all that. They wasn't pristine, but still, you can't buy no tow truck for $700.
Listen, man. And the gem in that is you taking action and like opening your mouth, right? Because a lot of times people are scared to talk, but the fact is, you've put yourself in a situation where you can talk to people. You're networking. You're finding all kinds of jobs. You're finding opportunities because of action.
I was dropping cars off last week. Sorry to cut you. I was dropping cars off last week. They hired this guy that had his own junkyard. He had about 10 tow trucks. He wanted to buy them tow trucks so bad, he was bad mouthing me. So I pulled up in one of my trucks, get the logo on the side of it. So I'm just sitting there. So he says, "What happens to all the tow trucks?" So I'm playing stupid. I said, "What tow trucks?" He said, "Isn't that Malik's truck?" I looked at it. I said, "Yeah, that's his truck." He said, "Well, the cocksucker brought all the tow trucks." I said, "Well, how much did he buy them for?" He said, "I don't know. He must be sucking somebody's dick." This on my kids, bro. On my kids. I looked at him like, this cocksucker. I said, "I don't know, man. I'm just a driver." He said, "Yeah, I can dig it, bro." And shook my hand. He was talking to me about me, bro.
Yo, that's crazy.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. And I let it go. I didn't say nothing because that's not the time or place.
Yeah.
So I could have grabbed him up. Who you talking to just now? But what that's gonna do for my business?
Nothing at all.
That's actually flattering. That's actually flattering. Yesterday, man, my right-handed guy. Yesterday, I was leaving the yard. The yard is 6 acres, and I got like a Can-Am. I ride my little motorcycle around, and I see a truck parked where it ain't supposed to be parked at. So I said, "Damn, what's going on over there?" And I ride up on him. The guy, he's 100 deep and dumping tires in my yard. You ever see the big top? He got a tractor trailer worth of tires, bro.
Yeah.
In the daytime. It was 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Come on, cuz. I hate people that do that. Someone did that to one of our buildings. We came to our building, they put a bunch of tires up on the board. People, they tripping, man.
They tripping. So I said, yo. So I said, yo, you gonna take every fucking tire and put that shit back in that trailer, man. Know what he told me? I promise you, man, I can't make this shit up. Know what he told me?
What's that?
He said, Malik is my peoples. I couldn't take this one. I said, "Motherfucker, I'm Malik." He said, "Oh, I apologize, man. I'm sorry, man." So I said, he had me so mad. I'm coming from Jumar. So I said, "Damn, man, I'll be right back." My joint was hanging up right there and everything. I said, "I'll be right back." I came and took my joint off and all that. Put some more sneaks on. I seen him haul ass out the yard. In a tractor trailer. Where you going? He hauled ass out the yard. He knocked the traffic light over. I got on my motorcycle. I promise you, bro. I'm following him on the motorcycle. I'm coming like this around the joint. He's stopping. He gets on the expressway on 76. I'm still behind him. He see a state trooper. He pulls over and stood in front of the state trooper and got out. I was like, "Listen, man, I'm going to come into the yard. I just don't want you to do nothing to me." I said, "I'm not going to do nothing to you. Just come pick them fucking tires up." I followed him back to the yard. He came and picked the tires up, man. Why, man?
Listen, man, yo, you're living a movie right now, man. Your whole story from beginning to right now is literally a movie, man. Like, you got
news about me. Like, he's talking about some Malik, my peoples. I couldn't hold that one. I said, "Motherfucker, I'm Malik." What are you talking about?
talking to me about me.
But that's how you know you're in a different. That's how
man.
you know you're in a different place right now. When you're talking to people about you, man. You're doing amazing work, man. Listen,
Yeah.
so man.
But on the flip side of that, man.
Uh-huh.
On the flip side of that, I tried to bring. I brought 4 dudes with me, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I first got the lot, I said, "Come on," because it was too much. I'm thinking in my mind, no. All right, I'm gonna bring some dudes with me, and dudes backed out. And once them dudes backed out, I still embraced them. But when I flourished with my trucks, when I flourished with this yard, everybody don't celebrate you, Jim. Everybody don't celebrate you, bro. Everybody don't celebrate you, man. That hater stuff is really real, man.
It is. More money, more problems.
I had dudes get away from me, man, or try to, just because everybody don't celebrate you, bro. Everybody don't celebrate you.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah. But the thing is, though, you got to keep moving because you know what you're doing. You know your purpose now, and you're doing good work. Because the people that you do help, believe you me, they appreciate it because you're putting food. You're literally putting food on people's table, and that can't be denied. Like to me, that's the dopest thing. Even with me in real estate, when I hire a black carpenter or a black plumber or a black roofer, the money I'm paying them, I'm literally putting their kids through school. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you can't. There's nothing else. That's real tangible. That's stuff you could touch. People could tell you all day long about what they do, but you're literally helping people, man. So let me ask you a question, man, because we're not gonna be on too long. But I want to ask you, what's the future like for your business? We see you like you're expanding, you're getting into towing and all that. What do you see as the future? Like, what do you see the future for your company?
The future is once I think I'm at 9. Once I get to 10, a solid 10 with tow trucks and regular trucks, and I can micromanage it. Then I want to get with Kerry because Kerry said something a while ago, man, about why he really started this joint, about trying to cut the recidivism down with people coming out of jail and get the trucking school for, you know what I'm saying, or whatever.
Yo, that is crazy.
Right.
I love that.
Space. Right. We got the space. So, because everybody don't have $5,000 for school.
That's
everybody
true.
Don't have it. And the thing about it is that I don't care what kind of record that you got. You come out and you can drive, man. We can help you get your license. So we'll try to get with the city or something like that. You see what I'm saying? Whereas though they can give me some grant money or I don't need the money. I just need to go ahead or to get somebody that's certified that can say, you know what? I can test them. I can test them and they can do it. I don't need the money.
Yeah,
I got the trucks already. You know what I mean? I don't need no grants. I just need send such and such down here. Such and such. He is official. He's from the city that he can test somebody and give them their joint. That's all we need.
Yeah, because sometimes, man, people, because like I said, that's what makes your story so unique because you did time for something you didn't even do, right?
Right.
So imagine how many people in that situation where they need an opportunity because they've already because I know so many brothers that look, I just took the plea because I couldn't fight it, right?
Right.
But at the same time, that makes sense in the moment. But then when you're actually trying to rebuild your life, it's very difficult because all they see is the paperwork. They don't know. They don't put context or anything behind it, right? So. We need people like you who out there willing to put your hand out and help those brothers and sisters out there. Like, look, here's an opportunity. Give people opportunities, man.
What's crazy is you had a champion coming out though. Like you did a few things before you got back to the city, but once you got back to the city and you had that conversation with Kerry, you had a champion in your corner. At that point, you was able to flourish and succeed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have that champion. And you could be.
That's exactly the point. Exactly. I had somebody that was backing me. You know what I'm saying? And everybody needs some help, man.
Absolutely. All of us do, man. All of us
need help.
Look, my point is to our listeners and people out there watching, man, like we need to be that for each other. Like, so if you're watching this, man, take heed to the story and understand that you can change someone's life, which in turn, the effect right there, you never know, man. So, man, listen, I just want to say, man, I salute you for the work that you're doing now. It's amazing. Your story is amazing to me. I feel like so many people need to hear this, and we're going to share this with everybody, and hopefully you guys share this as well because I mean, you literally are living a movie, man. You really are sitting on a movie.
You're sitting on the gold mine.
You're sitting on the movie.
Gold mine.
It could be a Netflix series about your whole story, man. Because at the end of the day, man, you made something out of yourself, and a lot of us don't do that. So that hustle that you have in you, man, you can't teach that. You had that hustle.
Yeah, right.
And you can't teach that, man.
They say when your stomach starts growling, man, it builds character.
So let me ask you a question, right? Someone that wants to, maybe someone out there is in trucker school, they want to get in touch with you. What's the easiest way for them to get in touch with you to maybe, see if they come
Email me, Malik B, MalikBHSH Malik
Okay.
BHSH@gmail.com. Email me. I'm open up to ideas. You see what I'm saying? I can use help around this lot.
Okay.
And I'm with that too. I'm with, you see what I'm saying? You got a little brother, you're a little cousin or something, man. They know knuckleheads. I put them in this lot, man. I got all this work around here. I need this lifted. I need this moved. Have them come down, man. Have them come down to the lot, man.
All right, so I'm gonna share your email with all this. I'll share your email. Anybody out there in the Philadelphia area, you got little knuckleheads, something needs. Listen,
right. Come on down.
Got some work for them, man. Listen, man. So
right.
Malik, man, this has been amazing, man. So I just wanted to thank you for your time as well, man, because we definitely needed to hear this story, man. I want to thank you for your time. Before our listeners out there, make sure that you share this information. And as always, I got to show that me and Corey got the book right here, Own Your Time and Space, that we wrote. Make sure you pick that up. That'll be in the description. Listen, man, this has been an amazing episode. Your story is amazing. So when the Netflix series comes out in 20 years, people will come back and watch this interview.
Right.
But to our followers out there, listen, you always say it's not about how much money you make, it's how much you keep. Game elevates, man, and peace.